2005 Mercury Montego. I've gone through everything. Fuel rail pressure sensor. Replaced it 4 times. Blew vacuum through it. It's good. Tune-up. New coils. New plugs. Twice in 2 years. Intake manifold replaced. Pulled and replaced gaskets. I even replaced the throttle body. I still get it going into safe mode. But 2 years prior to going into safe mode continuously and never showing a code anymore, the keys would lock out and I'd have to reset the battery. So my final try is the ECM, which is up under the windshield wiper cowl, which is take off the 2 wipers, unplug the windshield washer fluid hose. There's 4 clips underneath. Along here, you got to pry out those 2 corner pieces because they lock it in, and lift and yank it out, and there it sits right there. Passenger side under the windshield washer cowl is the ECM for an 05 probably through 07 Montego. I'll update you with another video. Okay, the ECM is in there, and the only bolt you have to remove is this one. Just mark your wires, although the shortest one here is the closest and the longest one goes to the back, and the middle is the other one that goes over to the driver's side. I got this from flagship1fs1.com, where I got the other one for my my truck also, my 96 GMC. This is for my 05 Montego, and Flagship 1 lifetime warranty, no core, and they pre-programmed it for the extra 100. They sent me 2 keys, which I'm glad they did, or I paid for it, because 2 of my old keys, only 1 programmed, so now I have 3 keys. And the dealer, I went to them with the 2 blanks I got from Flagship 1 and told them I got a new ECM for my car, and they cut them for free because I didn't need them programmed. That's it. And put it all back together the way it came apart. I did grease my windshield wiper arms before I put it back together, and I did not use dielectric on the plugs because there was none on there, so it's dry. I'm leaving it dry. That's it. Enjoy the ride. Before I get into the ECM, the problems I've been having with my 2005 Mercury Montego, initially the gear shift would not go into gear. I couldn't release it with the brake pedal. That was the solenoid. Then I had this thing since 2008, and like 2010, 2011, 2012, the fuel rail pressure sensor would give me a code on the ECM, so I changed it. I changed it about 6 times and reset the code. So 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, like every 2 or 3 times a year, the key would lock out in security. It wouldn't recognize the key, so I'd have to disconnect the battery for 5 or 10 minutes, and then it would recognize the key again. So then finally in 2020, it started going into safe mode. Driving down the highway, it just suddenly went to safe mode. Reset the battery, it was fine for a while. Then it got worse and worse, and now it won't reset. It won't give me a code, nothing. So with everything that's been happening, I tried changing the throttle body, didn't do anything. I noticed that my coils were cracked, so I did a tune-up, second tune-up. I did a tune-up in 2019, did another tune-up with coils and plugs in 2021. And 2021 is when it finally went into safe mode and wouldn't change. So I'm questioning catalytics, because the fuel pressure sensor is not an item, because I've changed it about 7 times. The keys are a problem. I'm not getting a code anymore, so I'm going to do the ECM. That's what I'm doing today in this video, is the ECM. And I've had 2 new keys made, and they were programmed to the ECM, and 2 of my old keys, only one of them was recognized. The other one would not. So I definitely had a bad key. and that was part of the problem with the ECM, but this wasn't the key I was using. So now I took it out today and I still have safe mode, though I'm not getting a code for it yet, and it's not showing safe mode. It's just I have no power, nothing. So I hooked up my launch scanner and everything looks good. There's a few problems, but that's nothing serious. Axle angles off and this and that. So I did a temp on the catalytics, and before the catalytic is hotter than after the catalytic, and you can hear that whooshing sound and very little pressure out the tailpipe. So I'm changing the catalytic converters. Done everything else.